violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And let's get into the video.
Keanon James started running because it was affordable.
I try to get my minimum 5 miles done by 5 a.m.
And it gave him peace of mind.
I found my thoughts, I found my quiet time, and I found, wow, what a great solace for me.
These days he runs with another purpose. As head of DC's chapter of Black Men Run, he says it's his duty to lead by example.
Black Man Run. Okay? What are we running from? Because I actually think that this program, this movement that he got going on, that this brother got going on, could be useful. What are we running from?
This is a healthy living, healthy lifestyle, but also building that network, building our tribe internally. Yeah. So, you know, when I'm looking for a plumber, it's probably the guy that I run with on Wednesday.
The group of more than 700 is a brotherhood of jokes, encouragement, and advice that he describes as exercise meets barbershop.
You have people who can relate to you, and so that makes it a lot easier to communicate and find the words that sometimes you can't with your colleagues at work or even family.
As captain, safety is top of mind for James, heightened after the murder of Ahmaud Arbery.
It's hard when...
Whoa. They're trying to bring this back to Ahmaud Arbery. Guys, I'm just going to tell you like this. I do not agree with the way that the McMichaels handled the Ahmaud Arbery situation in Brunswick. But let's just say this. Ahmaud Arbery was not jogging. We have to stop this, man. We have to stop this. Like, black people, we continue to make a fool of ourselves when you keep pushing this narrative that the boy was just jogging. Like, come on. He wasn't jogging. There are countless videos of, you know, showing that this young man, this young super gremlin, was a thief. He was a thief. And, you know, people caught wind of that. Stealing guns, stealing other things throughout that neighborhood that he was jogging in. So it's like when you create a movement off of a lie, it nullifies the movement. And now I can't even take this brother seriously no more.
A group of 12, 15 black guys decide, hey, we found this nice park, and it might not be in the neighborhood where most of us live, but it's a great park, a great trail. But there's some fear factor, you know.
Fear factor, bruh. Go run in the neighborhood that most of y'all live in and see how far you get down the block without getting questioned what set you from or where you from or why you jogging out here. Bruh, you know for a fact why you're running in that park. Because it's safer. Because it's a glider park. Because you don't see no super gremlins around there. Stop it.
Of going to go run and whether there'll be a problem.
But it's not just Arbery. James says it's a time of high anxiety all around for fellow black men.
Whether I'm running in the neighborhood or making a short drive to somewhere to go for a run in some trail or some park, it's reality. And you know, whether a black man gets behind the wheel of his car, it's some anxiety on that.
What? What is this fool talking about, bruh? The only anxiety that I'm feeling if I get behind the wheel of my car is if I cut off the wrong super gremlin, is he gonna pull up next to me and air out my vehicle?
That trip, long or short.
According to the CDC, in 2019, 53% of all firearm victims were black males.
And who do you who do you think shot those black males? Come on. It was a super gremlin. on demon time.
According to Everytown for Gun Safety, Black Americans are 3 times as likely to be fatally shot by police. Numbers that are very familiar to James, who has worked on federal programs promoting police-community relations. He's also a gun violence survivor. It was about 15 miles from here in Tacoma Park, Maryland, where his brother Sean was murdered in 1993.
It's not.
Oh, wow. So let's see. The body of a 22-year-old Hyattsville man who had been shot to death was found early last night just outside Tacoma Park, police said. Police had no eyewitnesses, but said physical evidence indicated Powell might have been shot after fleeing an attacker. I can 100% guarantee that his attacker was a super gremlin on demon time.
Over because of days or hours or years. For me, it's coming up on 29 years since my brother was taken. And that trauma is there, that effect is there.
Doctors say that impact, be it discrimination or community violence, takes a toll.
For some people, depending on the level of that negative interaction related to violence or discrimination, it can also put them at a higher risk of developing things like post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD.
But according to Erlanger Turner, author of the book Mental Health Among African Americans, particularly men, don't often get the treatment they need. He calls the barriers the 4 A's: accessibility, acceptability, availability, and appropriateness.
Depending on the state, services can range from $75 to $200, depending on the level of the professional that you're seeking. So that's a huge barrier for many individuals.
And that's $75 to $200 a month. A month. And let's keep it a buck. We got that. We got that. I mean, dudes is making bread out here, legally or illegally, whether it's getting counted or not. We got that. All right. Now, are we going to take those funds and then pour it into our own mental health? Most likely not. Those funds are going to be used for illicit substances where we can self-medicate.
You also know acceptability, stigma is a huge concern for many communities. And so that fear and concern about, being diagnosed and having that label, sort of what that means to your self-esteem, can be a huge factor for some individuals in terms of accessing care.
Turner says one solution to increasing acceptability, more conversations, like the ones James says he has on those weekly runs.
A lot of men that I've come in contact with don't deal with the emotional aspect. They get through the instance and they decide, I'm going to build a wall. It's no longer something that they're going to talk about, but it keeps manifesting.
And when it comes to discrimination, the group plans to be vigilant, but keep on running, pushing against the stigma wherever it may be. Amber Strong, Newsy, Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
Ironic thing is my oldest daughter, she works for Delta.
All right, guys. So I wanted to show you this robbery at the Lululemon. It looks like they took a page out of the Black Men Runs playbook, because that's exactly what they do after they ransack this store. Notice all of them poosh icy mask, all of them sagging their pants. So, and they're just racking up. Nothing to see here, just grabbing whatever they can, whatever they want. Doesn't matter if it fits. They didn't go into the fitting room and see if any of these clothes fit. I mean, they're going to sell most of it. Might rock a little bit, but they're going to sell most of it. Got Jordan 5s on. This guy's got Jordan 5s. So, I mean, I'm telling you what it is. So it's not poverty, okay? They're all swagged out. Each one of their fits is well over $150. The shoes alone, the shoes alone, this brother has some cool gray 11s on. Those cool grays go for about $300. So it's not poverty. So can we stop with that poverty narrative? It's not poverty. Okay? And this guy got the Jordan 5s on. Look, the tellers came up to him. They was like, yeah, we're just gonna steal everything out of here. I'm not gonna lie though, these black grape apes, they go hard. They go hard. I got the purple pair. Well, is it purple? Yeah, it's purple. So, you know, I can't say that he has bad taste. But this is what's going down. The emboldenment, no consequences for the super gremlins, and they're on demon time.
Tonight, boarded up doors, they tell the story of a popular D.C. business quarter under siege. That's the aftermath of a thief smashing out the doors at Tostique and Emmy Squared Pizza near the Navy Yard early Wednesday morning. Once inside, thieves took not only thousands of dollars in cash, but even a cash register from one restaurant. And take a look at this. Police say those break-ins were part of more than a half dozen similar crimes that all happened in less than 2 hours. They did just release some surveillance pictures of the people that they believe are responsible. You see that on your screen right now. More pictures show a possible getaway car. At this hour, there have been no arrests. Tonight, D.C. is taking a new approach to try to combat crime involving teenagers. That approach? A party. 7 News D.C. Bureau Chief Sam Ford joins us live now from Northeast Washington, where...
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. When they zoomed in, she got them eyes, too. Hold up.
...crime involving teenagers. That approach? A party. 7 News D.C. Bureau Chief Sam Ford joins us live now from Northeast Washington, where late night hype 2.0, as they're calling it, will soon begin. Sam.
You know, Michelle, this is the Turkey Thicket Recreation Center here in Northeast Washington, and that's where they're getting ready for it inside, but the party's also going to be here outside. And as you look around, young people are playing basketball, and they can actually stay out here for over almost the next 24 hours.
So, as you can see, they're doing the midnight basketball in D.C., and they're actually implementing that in Atlanta as well. It's not going to work. The Super Gremlins are going to shoot up the basketball court. I'm already calling it. But in my personal opinion, I think it's very dangerous to have these Super Gremlins out past midnight into the wee hours of the morning, because when they disperse and then you have people waking up, getting ready for their jobs, it's going to be a lot of opportunity to hit some licks. So I can almost guarantee that the kids from this crowd, the Super Gremlin teens from this crowd, are going to go out into these neighborhoods, especially if it's midnight, 2, 3, 4 a.m., and they're going to be plotting on some people and getting on demon time.
Big party set to begin in 45 minutes.
Hey!
The basketball court at Turkey Thicket Rec Center is going to be open until closing time Saturday at 5 p.m. So will the swimming pool. And they're setting up for a party 7 to 11 Friday night. DC Rec is trying to compete with the streets.
So we can make sure that the kids have something productive and fun to do to keep them out of trouble during these late night hours.
After watching spikes in several categories, from carjackings to flash mobs, often involving teens, the mayor says she's putting an additional $13 million into recreation to expand hours.
Part of our emphasis here is on making sure that there are other things for young people to do around positive adults. And that's what these recreation programs are about.
Got popcorn, snow cone machines.
So this evening, they're gearing up for a Friday night to remember. A rec center open round the clock until 5 o'clock Saturday evening. Food, music, bands.
It's good to have peace on the street, to keep the kids on the street, off the street on a Friday night.
Absolutely, hundreds. That's what we're aiming for. We want all the kids to come in. We want this to be the spot on Friday night where everybody comes to have fun.
Friday nights, I asked him if they meant that was the plan, that they plan to do this as a regular thing on Friday nights. And he said, yes, that's the plan. Reporting live from Northeast Washington, Sam Ford, 7 News.
All right, Sam, thank you. 7 News is on your side with an alert about an emergency drill planned in Loudoun County. Tomorrow, deputies, firefighters, and paramedics will simulate a response to a school emergency. Most of it will focus on Trailside Middle School in Ashburn, though parts of the drill will have first responders at nearby Stonebridge High School as well.
All right, so let's look at Trailside Middle School and why they're getting so ready for these drills. Why are they getting so ready for these drills? Like, what's going on? Because, you know, I would look at, back in the day, I would look at, you know, how they would do these military drills, and then shortly after something might pop off. You know, I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but it's just interesting. So, it looks like there's not an immediate threat with this school. It looks like it's a pretty good school. I'm on School Digger, and they got a 4 out of 5 stars rating. So demographics are looking, you know, very icy, glider-esque, with 51% gliders, 22% Asian, 12% Hispanic, and 7.7% African American, and you do the math on the rest of the demographics. So it doesn't look like there is an immediate threat, but I don't know, you got to stay woke.
In Newtown Lee Elementary School, that all starts at 8 in the morning. It should wrap up around noon.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Mommy love you so much. Son.
Staring at a picture of her youngest son, surrounded by her daughters, Patrice Parker Murrow told us about her golden child.
All he wanted to do was try to get his family, his friends out the hood.
So we have a DMV rapper by the name of Gunu. Obviously, he was involved in some beefs in the hood, beefs in the community. And this is what tends to happen. You know, Super Gremlins, they don't settle disputes diplomatically. It always goes to a level of what they call up. Okay? They say it's up. So if you ever hear a Super Gremlin talking about, man, it's up, like, you want to leave the vicinity as soon as possible because bullets are going to fly shortly thereafter. Now, in the Brother Gunu's case, it appears that they caught him lacking. He was a big guy, you know, standing at 6'5". He's a big target. So it's, you know, it's very unfortunate that, you know, he was killed in the way that he was. But I told you guys, man, being a rapper is very dangerous, especially if you're rapping about beefs and rapping about doing this to the ops and doing that to the ops, and then you're staying in the same vicinity of which ops you're talking about. It's a recipe for disaster, and we saw that with the brother Baby Sino a couple days ago.
He was known to everyone as Gunu, a son, brother, friend, athlete, and rapper.
He had a heart bigger than his body. When they took him, they took me.
Murdered just blocks away from where he was born, in the neighborhood he called home.
I don't believe this, y'all. I really don't. My baby gone.
Patrice says Gunu was on his way to give his sister a birthday gift, but he never made it.
I heard Jacob screaming that Markel got shot up the street. And my daughter just ran straight, and I couldn't move. I just was shaking really bad. My mouth started shivering really bad. I just was shaking.
And I'm going to tell you what, and this is going to sound really messed up, but the Super Gremlins who did this, this is how sick the community is. The Super Gremlins who did this are smoking a blunt, dedicating it to the rapper Gunu, saying that they're smoking on his ashes, they're smoking on his ops, and they're saying, oh, we had your mama on WUSA 9, like that. Like, that's a thing. Like, whenever an Atlanta rapper gets killed by his ops, they say, oh, we had you on Fox 5. We had your mama on Fox 5. Like, there's a song by Lil Keed that says, we'll put you on the Fox 5. That means, you know, you're going to be a story, a headline of your passing or your shooting is going to be on Fox 5. So don't get it messed up. These super gremlins who did this to the rapper Gunu, they are laughing, they're rejoicing, they're celebrating, they're gallivanting. They're doing all these things in celebration of their quote unquote conquest of murdering this young brother. And it's disgusting. It's distasteful. It's the community in a nutshell. And I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Bad. I just couldn't move for a long time.
In the parking lot where he was shot, a memorial sits. His mother says one bullet to the back ultimately killed him.
They wanted my son dead because he gave it up. They took his chain, they took his watch, he gave it up.
Wow. So they run up to him, they rob him, they take his chains, they take his watch. He's iced out in the hood. They take it off him, and they still shoot him in the back as he's running away. This is how heartless these super gremlins are. This is their mindset. These people, they have no conscience. They have no sense of morality. They have no sense of honor. And we've heard the quote before, there is no honor amongst thieves. But they need to change the quote to there's no honor amongst super gremlins on demon time.
And they still shot him in his back.
Looking at his pictures, heartbroken and in shock.
It was taboo, I know. Mommy know. Mommy know he was in pain, boo.
Prince George's County Police say they haven't identified a suspect or suspects.
And they probably won't, okay? They probably won't. And this brother was 24 years old, man. They got a $25,000 reward for him. The community's not going to talk. The street code is in full effect. No snitching policy, this, that, and third. And you talk about, oh, well, we going to get street justice. We going to get back and all that. It's BS. It's BS. And this is the gambit that the community has played on all of us. Not just African Americans. It's everybody. Okay? It's everybody, to where we have people who are brave and courageous, who, you know, want to be witnesses and want to come to the stand and want to receive justice. We have those people scared to even do that, because the community is so destructive and disgusting that they believe that some random vigilante dude with a wife beater and sagging pants is gonna get restitution for the murder of the rapper Gunu and any other African American who is killed in the community. So, like, we actually have programmed ourselves to believe that we're going to get quote unquote street justice and that we can, in fact, police our own. And I'm telling you right now, we can.
Or even a motive. But Patrice has a message for the killer.
I forgive you.
Lord, have mercy. I'm going to have to step away right quick. Mama! That boy is rolling in his grave. This man hasn't even been buried yet. The man hasn't been buried yet, and you're already forgiving him. And look at these. I don't know if these are his sisters, but they like, huh?
It's a message for the killer.
I forgive you. They took my son. Oh, they got what they wanted.
And
what? And, you know, I'm not saying that this brother was completely innocent. Obviously, he has a multitude of signs of demon times, be it the face tattoos and the hand tattoos. And but mama, I think it's dishonoring to forgive the killers. They haven't even been caught yet. You don't even know who it is. You don't even know who it is, and you're just I forgive you. Mama, please, mama. Oh man, that just throws me off.
For the killer.
I forgive you. They took my son. Oh, they got what they wanted.
In District Heights, Megan Rivers, WUSA 9.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. The chick at the end of the clip, she was super. She was tough. But anyways, this is the brother's Instagram. He is cradling a bottle of promethazine. As you can see, let's see if we can zoom in. We can't. All right, let me see. Promethazine, hydrocodone. So it looks like he was heavy on the lean. You know, and it's unfortunate. He was definitely iced out. You know. He had the chain, he had the watch. Looks like a nice car here. Cool gray 11s on. Everybody got the cool grays now. And, you know, this is what he was about. This is what he was about. So we're going to look into the brother's music. We're going to look into his music and, you know, kind of break down the lyrics how we did the Big Sino video. All right, so this is his song Red. So let's see what type of things that he was talking about in his music and see if we can't decipher what led to his untimely demise.
Say, young nigga. Dog, Chrissy Louboutin. Hey, stepping in style, you hear me? Red. All I see is red. Slide on them niggas and them niggas dead. He was running too fast, he got hit in the leg.
Red. All I see is red. Slide on them inwards. Now them inwards is dead. He was running too fast and got hit in the leg. Bars. For one. Let me say that for one. I like the bar. I like the bar. He has a gun in the video. But it's crazy because everything that he rapped about kind of happened to him. He didn't get shot in the leg. He got shot in the back. But, man, it's just like the foreshadowing in the... like these guys are just predicting their own deaths, talking about ops.
But he got hit in the head. Pop 3 perks and I'm up on the mid. We doing 180, we running for fed.
Pop 3 perks, now I'm up on the meds. We're doing 180s, we're running from feds. So he is insinuating that he is high off of Percocets, probably Percocets that are laced with fentanyl, and running from the police. So when you ask, hey, you know, why are all these, you know, black men getting killed by the police, even though it's not even that many, but why are they getting killed by the police? And it's because a lot of these dudes, when they're running from the police, they're high and their thought process is all jumbled up. So they aren't really making good decisions when they are in high pursuit.
Boom, watching the news. Nigga got stepped on, lace up your shoes. Give him a fake brick, it was some boo. Sipping on green link, nigga, that's food.
You heard what he said. Give him a fake brick, it was some boo. So that means that he gave, you know, one of his drug clients a fake brick of assumably cocaine, heroin, or methamphetamines, and it was fake drugs. So obviously that is going to cause some retaliation. So if he actually did that in real life, like he doctored a brick of drugs to make it look real and then served it to the people. They get home, they start sniffing it and trying it and testing it, and then they realize that it's fake. You can probably decipher that, yeah, those dudes are gonna come back and they're gonna not only want their money back, but they're gonna want your life, bro.
Take off his head cause he capped. Might sign me a deal, then slide on the back. I feel like Randy Moss catching packs. Get on the plane, never coming back. Pockets fat like I'm raw way. Young niggas slap, broad day. Let off 100 rounds in the hallway.
He said young N-word slime, broad day. Which unfortunately happened to him as well.
My shot hit him with a ball face. She just gon' fuck a nigga on the first day. She just got surgery now, I think her jaw fake. Been in the trap house serving all day. Now it's a lunch line in the hallway. All I see is dead niggas. 50 bands where I been them figures.
All I see is dead N-words. And honestly, he kind of reminds me of who's that rapper in Atlanta? Cinco. What's his name? Johnny Cinco. So he kind of got that. And then there's another rapper who raps like that too. His name is, it escapes me. Hood Rich Pablo Juan. Okay, so Johnny Cinco and Hood Rich Pablo Juan, they kind of have the same vocal tonation. And he reminds me of that. And honestly, I like the song. I like the song. I like the beat. I like, the lyrics, even though it's murder music and all types of stuff. If he wasn't actually doing these things, then it would make for great entertainment.
For the ride, boy, I hit all them bitches. They call me Gunu, now they taking them pictures. Watch how you walk up, pulling triggers. I'm just trying to white chalk me a nigga. I'm really clicking.
And this is where it gets disturbing. I'm just trying to white chalk me an N-word. I'm just trying to white chalk me an N-word.
Taking them pictures. Watch how you walk up, pulling triggers. I'm just trying to white chalk me a nigga. I'm really clicking so you get in my pitch. He was talking crazy, now his ass on the shit. Red. All I see is red. Slide on them niggas and them niggas dead. He was running too fast, he got hit in the leg. But he got hit in the head. Pop 3 person, I'm up on the med. We doing 180, we running for feds. Click, boom, watching the news. Nigga got stepped on, lace up your shoes.
Wow, watching the news. N-word got stepped on, lace up your shoes. This is just, it's daunting just watching this video back and seeing what happened to the brother. It's crazy.
Give him a fake brick, it was some boot. Sipping on green lane, nigga, that's food. Take off his head cause he capped. Might sign me a deal, then slide on the back. I feel like Randy Moss catching packs. Get on the plane, never coming back.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.